So good morning everyone and welcome back over to Disney's Animal Kingdom. We decided to come on over today. Well, we're actually going to go to Disney's Animal Kingdom today, and then we're going to try to park hop over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We tried to go in earlier today, but they didn't have any reservations available left. So we decided, well, let's go to Animal Kingdom, let's hang out for a bit, maybe go ride Expedition Everest, maybe do a couple other things, and then try to park hop a little bit so we can do a little more of the park hopping and also get to show you guys some more stuff. So just gonna hang out with us today over at Animal Kingdom and hopefully over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. I will say, walking into Animal Kingdom, it is about as gorgeous of a day you can get. Not quite as blue skies, but you still have quite a good amount of blue skies and some nice fluffy clouds, but Tree of Life really pops. So Disney has a new movie coming out called Raya and the Last Dragon. They've actually got stuff here at Animal Kingdom. So they have this sculpture, which I think is sand, but Kayla thinks it's concrete. I think it is sand because it's a sand sculpture. But they also talk about that there is merchandise, and they have something over at the animation experience over at Rafiki's Planet Watch. So it's kind of cool that they got this going on. It's like the first real movie Disney's had come out in theaters in a while. So right before we go into Dino Land, they have this over here at the Isle of Java. They have a baby tuk-tuk mousse. So a 5-spice mousse, a top chocolate cake with a chocolate velvet shell and crispy chocolate pearls. So potentially it's a lot of chocolates. So it's part of the new movie that's coming out. So I don't know much about the movie yet, but I have to check it out just because they have all this stuff showcasing at Animal Kingdom. So we're walking up into like my favorite land, well, not really land, favorite area is Expedition Everest. It's this whole Himalayan themed area because it's done so well. It really feels like you just got transported into like one of the areas underneath base camp. Mostly we also came over here because Expedition Everest is only posting, I think it's a 10-minute wait, because we got a return time for Kilimanjaro Safari because of the fact that it was the longest wait in the park. So we're like, oh, we'll just go do this and we can come over here, maybe do the one of the trails. And by the time we get done with all that, it should be time for us to go ride Kilimanjaro Safari. So just come right on up to Expedition Everest. They're actually only posting a 10-minute wait still. And usually the real reason why is because of the fact that they can load every row on Expedition Everest. They just don't load every seat. But it was better than them loading, like, they were skipping rows for people. Or like for between parties for a while. So, but I mean, I am kind of glad that they do have every row's loading. So then this usually tends to be a very quick line then. So yeah, it ended up being only 10 minutes, and essentially what was happening is people were stopping too much, so the line kept backing up. So they had a cast member walking through right before we went onto the train. They were like trying to get people to keep walking because the trains were being sent out kind of empty. Because when we got on, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th row behind us were completely empty. So, but something cool that Kayla did mention is, though, in that middle section when we're walking through the queue and you go up to where there's like the statue as a bunch of cubs, there's a bunch of coins that are thrown. People throw coins in there. What's pretty cool, she found out that what happens is those coins are collected up quite frequently, and they are then put together, and the cast members then choose which charity it goes to. So it could be any number of charities, but it's pretty cool. So all those coins do get picked up. It's like if you are at Small World, I know about this one, that if you're at Small World and you throw coins in, once a year it's drained, they pick up all the coins, and it ends up being like sent to the Make-A-Wish group, so that Make-A-Wish has a chance to be able to still provide for families for their trips down here. But notice this, so this little cart right here has a lot of the ice cream, soft serve ice cream with floats and stuff. But they do also have something for Raya and the Last Dragon, is they have this thing. I'm gonna go to the other side so I can get a better view of it. So it's a Mighty Mist soft serve ice cream. It's a strawberry and vanilla soft serve ice cream with a blue tinted white chocolate dipped waffle cone rolled in sparkling sugar. So it's at the end of Poor Bus, which if you're wondering, so it's down here, this is the little bar, and there's Expedition Everest. So this little walkway right here at the end of Poor Bus. So Kayla went ahead and got the Mighty Mist ice cream. So like I said, it's a strawberry and vanilla with a waffle cone with a like dipped in almost icing with like more sugar on it. So it's like $5.50, so not too bad actually. So we're kind of walking through Asia. I did forget that the that Kali River Rapids is actually currently down right now for its yearly maintenance, because again, water ride, about the best time you want to do it, because some days it can be really cold, some days it can be hot, but they do have to do the maintenance on it just because of all that water running through it. So right now, Kali River Rapids is currently closed right now. I can't remember how long the refurbishment goes to. It's usually only a couple weeks at a time for it, but... What? April. Oh, it's closed till April? Well, a lot longer than I anticipated actually, so... Just means until April you can't ride Kali River Rapids. I was walking into the Africa, into Harambe area. We're actually going to head over to Kilimanjaro Safari because it is time for our return time, because we actually got one when we first got into the park. So we're going to head off to the right, and I want to see actually how long the line is, because it was the longest wait in the park. Well, it looks like the line is wrapped around, because I think this is the line right here for Kilimanjaro Safari. So I guess Kilimanjaro Safari is probably one of the busiest attractions today, which is funny because Kilimanjaro Safari also has, you can load every row because it's got the plexiglass, so it's interesting to see how busy it is. Walking up to Kilimanjaro Safari, it's posting a 45-minute wait. Not really that surprising, they can only load one party in per row right now, but they can load every row, so it just tells you like how busy. To me, it'd be interesting to see how busy it would be without closing every row. I think it would be like twice as long, because that's what we've seen like with something like Flight of Passage. As soon as they started loading every seat, they went from being like an hour and a half, 2 hour wait back down to really a 45-50 minute wait.
I'll see you after a while. Welcome aboard, everyone. Now, for your safety, please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Also, don't lean out. Now, located above you is the game spotting guide that will help you identify certain animals you might encounter. And while we are on safari, it is mandatory that you do continue wearing your face covering properly at all times. It is the rule of the park. All right, let's go look for animals. There's a bongo straight ahead. There's a kudu up ahead. The bongo is straight ahead on the other side of those little bushes there. They're also known as the ghosts of the forest because they're rarely seen. And with the bongo, both male and females have horns that curve back, so that way they won't get stuck in thick underbrush. Now the greater kudu, that's the second largest antelope by species, usually shy and nocturnal. Less than 6,000 left in the wild due to poaching over hunting. They're widely hunted for their horns. They're usually very solitary.
Big it is, right there. See it? Look.
We're coming up on the Safi River. Be on the lookout for hippos and crocodiles. Hippos on the left. Nile hippopotamus spend most of their day in the water, helps keep them cool. Alright, did that. Never mind. Pink-backed pelicans. They hunt living pelicans before fish into shallow water that feed them.
Look at
The wild dog, or the painted dog, or the painted wolf. They're a pack hunter. They're actually more successful at hunting than lions. They're led by a male and a female, as opposed to other groups which are led by one or the other. They're not your typical dog. They only have 4 toes as opposed to 5, like domesticated dogs. Also, they cannot be domesticated. Elephants. When elephants are born, they weigh anywhere between 200 and 300 pounds, and that's after a gestation period of 22 months. Now, they spend about 13 to 15 years a mom learning where to get food, water, and their sister groups. Males weigh up to 12,000 pounds, females up to 8,000. People use the ivory to make trinkets and jewelry still, but elephants have a new problem: encroachment of land. They have a wide range in which they like to travel, and within their territory, people are building farms and they're strip mining. And when humans and elephants interact, it's never good. So the more we can teach people about the elephant, the better off the elephant will be. Now, of the 5 species of rhino, the white rhino is the only one that's not technically endangered. They've been wiped out in the northern parts of Africa. They're still thriving in the southern parts. Those numbers are dwindling. It's because of that horn. The horn's made of compressed hair like your fingernails, but there are certain cultures that believe rhino horn can cure anything. And it can't. It is just compressed hair like your fingernails. Now up at the warden's post, there are some goats. They're around the porch right now. There they are. The Nigerian dwarf goat. And they are small. But their small size is actually beneficial because on farms they don't take up much room. They're very friendly. And worldwide they're used for their milk.
The big reason why I do love Kilimanjaro Safari is there's always something new or something different every time you go on the attraction. Today was actually something unique. So the white rhinos, they actually just recently had a new baby rhino named Ranger, who was born. He's about 4 months old now, but apparently we saw him on the ride. We saw him on the safari today. But the big thing about it is that today is the first day he's out on the savannah, so we didn't even know that. Kayla was just scrolling through Facebook and just happened to see something from the conservation group, and they talked about that today was first day Ranger's out on savannah with his mom and everything. So pretty cool getting to see that, because normally, like I said, normally he wouldn't be out until a little bit later, but he's old enough now he can go out on savannah with his mom. I will tell you, the one thing that I am most anticipating for is when Festival of the Lion King gets an exact opening time frame. Because all they're saying is it's going to be back in the summertime, which usually for Disney means somewhere around June 21st and on. Because that's when summer actually starts. So, kind of hoping we get an opening date soon for it. But I do know they had to call back everyone to start rehearsing for it again. So I think one of my favorite things to come check out every time I come to Animal Kingdom is to go to the Otter Grotto down here. Honestly, the otters here are probably my favorite because they just I love when they run around and stuff. Not running around right now, but Kayla did see one sleeping in a log, so we came down to the underwater viewing to see if we can see them any better. So yeah, that's where all the otters are hanging out. They're in the sticks and everything, and they're all hanging out in this one log. It's a pile of otters. I don't know, hopefully they all like each other because they're really close to each other. I think they're using each other as pillows. That's funny, actually. So, after only doing just a few things here at Animal Kingdom, I think we're gonna go ahead and head out towards the car and go ahead and park hop over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We're still about 30 to 45 minutes before the park hopping is available. So we may just go over and just hang out for just a little bit before the park hopping starts. So, but yeah, it's kind of weird because you can do this again. Before it was always just like, oh yeah, it's just common, and then for months, for almost 6 months, you couldn't park hop. So park hopping is still weird and something that I'm not quite back to doing all the time. Alright, so now leaving out of Disney's Animal Kingdom, we're going to head back to the car and head on over to Disney's Hollywood Studios to park hop. I do think that there is I think you could still do the 4-park challenge, but you would have to, I think one, you could start later, because I think you would have to start here, because it's usually the park that closes the earliest, then go to Studios or Magic, and then Epcot, because usually Epcot is usually the latest opening during the week. So one quick drive over, and actually spend about 10-15 minutes just sitting in the car waiting for about 2 o'clock. It's almost 2 o'clock, it's about 5-10 minutes before it actually turns 2 o'clock, but it's going to take us a little bit of time to walk up there since they still aren't running any of the trams. But yeah, so we were checking with the phone number they give you, and it said that the park hopping will be available at 2, but it wouldn't tell you if all the parks are filled. I can just tell you based on people leaving, I think we'll be okay getting in. So we got about 1 more minute, and once it's 2 o'clock, Kayla's going to call the number to make sure that we are eligible to go in. Something we're also going to do is we're going to check to see if maybe Rise of Resistance has available times. I don't think they will. We'll see if they do or not. You never know, honestly. So now we officially have parked hop from Disney's Animal Kingdom to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Unfortunately though, big thing is the sign right here. All the boarding groups for Star Wars Rise of Resistance have been distributed for the day. So the 1 o'clock, they moved the 1 o'clock drop for the sole reason of to be ready for the park hopping. So you can't just park up here at 2 and then get a boarding pass. Only people who allow to be going and getting boarding groups are the ones, well, the ones guaranteed to get one more than likely are the ones who have a reservation for Disney's Hollywood Studios. So also it is very busy here. We were looking at wait times, and like we think Slinky Dog Dash has a 70-minute wait. Mickey Minnie's has 50, Smuggler's Run has a 70, everything else. I was kind of hoping maybe the wait times would go down as the park hopping starts, but I guess not. So we kind of were just looking through all the wait times, and it seems like wait times are coming down just a little bit, so we got a return time for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for about 45 minutes. They come back after any time after 2:45, which is only 35 minutes from now. So, but we wanted to come down here because Kayla's looking for some shorts. So we're gonna check out the Once Upon a Time gift shop down here, which is all supposed to look like Carthay Circle. But I always love turning the corner and seeing the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Also, I just saw this right there. Right about there. There's the end of the line for Rockin' Roller Coaster, but it's only posting a 40-minute wait. So even though it's a long line, it's not a long wait. The one shop that I am very sad still that is closed is Real Vogue, which has all the Pixar stuff in it. It's one of my favorite shops because it has Pixar stuff, has all the like villain stuff as well, and all like more Pixar things. But one thing that a lot of people also don't see is if you look at Real Vogue, or where the Pixar shop is, where the DVC is, you look at that. So that billboard says Paradise Pier, and it's kind of an homage to the old Paradise Pier at Disney's California Adventure, which is now Pixar Pier. So it's really cool. Like, I like how they had little subtle hints back to California Adventure, even though this is Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida. So I don't think we could have timed getting our return time for Mickey and Minnie's even better, because right when we got it, we walked away to go over and look for some shorts, and Mickey and Minnie's went down. So now it is down right now for technical difficulties. So if it's still down when our return time comes up, they'll actually turn into a multiple experience. So let's wait to see what happens with that. I'm not sure what will happen then if it does, because it'll give us a list of what we can and can't use it for. One of the other areas that Kayla did tell me about is that over here, Indiana Jones, the stunt spectacular, the theater is being used as a relaxation station. So you can go in, take your mask off, sit down, take a break. That'll be a really good spot for when it does get very warm again here in Florida, because we are starting to see the first signs of the very heavy heat that we were used to feeling. So that's another location you can go in, take your mask off. So we're actually going to go ahead and stop off in here, and we're going to do the Vacation Fun, an original animated short with Mickey and Minnie. Haven't done this yet. It's actually one of the things that opened when Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway opened, and apparently they redid the whole theater for the seats to look like Mickey, like the Mickey Mouse pants. So that's really cool to see. Hold on a second. I just want to see, because I just looked up, well, sure, for one thing, the next show starts in 5 minutes. But when I looked up earlier, it's at 7, and when it changed over to the next one, it kind of made a little cool animation. So I want to see if it shows another animation for it, for the 5 to 4. Oh, yep. Oh, it does. That's funny. I want to see the theater. I haven't seen the theater yet. Okay, the seats are very cute. Oh, I like the seats. They're very cute. It was pretty cool as you exit out. So the little short was really cute, but they have all sorts of things. Like they have a place where you can take pictures. You got Yoleberg. They even have a potato land with the actual potato you can take a picture with. That's really cool. That's actually really kind of interesting and unique. It's different though. They really are embracing the Mickey attractions now, because they have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and they have this now. But it's also the new shorts. I like the new shorts a lot more. Also, I think Mickey and Minnie are coming through right now on their little cavalcade. Yeah, I think so. I think Goofy. Oh, I love Minnie's car.
I love it how it's drawn.
I know, I love it.
Hi, Minnie!
Oh, and then yeah, Mickey's car, which is, I love it. It looks like it's drawn on. I didn't see it. So it looks like Mickey and Minnie's is up and running again. It's only actually posting a 30-minute wait right now. Probably because a lot of people did get out of line for it. But by the time our return time came up, it's like a fast pass where when it came for our time, it was down. So we ended up having to, they gave us a multi-experience. Well, because we were doing the Mickey shorts, the ride did come back up. So I think we're gonna go ahead and jump onto Mickey and Minnie's, and they'll probably do a little walkthrough of Toy Story Land, Galaxy's Edge, and maybe try to do one more thing before we head out. I do love the sign. I think the sign is probably my favorite thing, because it's that classic neon sign that you see like in Hollywood. Like I said, it's only posted 30, and it does look like it is back up because people are getting in line, are going through the line, so should be able to jump right on in. So we are in one of the rows where it has the plexiglass, so I will be interested to see how the plexiglass affects the attraction itself. I mean, Because every time we've been riding it now, we've been riding in the front seat, but this time we're going to be sitting in this seat with a plexiglass in front of us, so it'll be interesting to see how it is.
Can you all hear me way back in the back? Welcome aboard, folks. We're ready for a relaxing ride around the park. Hiya, folks.
Hello there. How you doing?
Hey, Mick and Ma'am.
You sure you take good care of our friends?
What's there with me? What could possibly go wrong?
Oh no! I must have hit that track switch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
So I will say, it's not as bad for the plexiglass as I thought it was going to be. You can see a little bit behind you, sometimes it's hard, but once it's hard to see some of the things, but like once the scene behind you that you just go through goes dark or you move into the next scene, you kind of see everything that way. There was a little bit of glare, but it wasn't the worst thing. So I would definitely say if it's the first time riding it, try to ask for one of those front seats so you can see everything. But if you've been on it before, it's not the end of the world, I feel like. It's actually I still had a good time on it. It was still great. I mean, there's so much going on around you that missing a little bit here and there is not the end of the world. So I think we're gonna take a quick swing through Toy Story Land as Slinky Dog goes racing through Andy's backyard. We're gonna get return time for hopefully Toy Story Mania, not Midway, because it used to be Midway, but it's always been Mania here. It's about 30 minutes, so we'll probably be able to come back in about 15, 20 minutes. And I think we'll take a quick swing through Galaxy's Edge before coming back doing this. More likely calling it a day. So it looked like Slinky Dog's weight had gone down from a 70 to about a 60-minute wait. At least when we saw it's about 20, which is, I would wait 20 minutes for Swirling Saucer. Well, it says 20 and then the end of line sign says 30. So maybe it's 20 from that point and 30 from there. So, but you can always tell Toy Story Land is where everyone leaves from Galaxy's Edge. Because you look at all the people leaving out of Galaxy's Edge right now. But we're trying to head into Galaxy's Edge to kind of just go check out some stuff in there and just look at everything. Literally walked in and of course stormtroopers patrolling the area. I'm really glad they do somehow keep the stormtroopers and all the characters still in the land. It's just unfortunately can't walk around like they were before. But they're really, there's a lot of them. They're really got security tight around here. They'll literally come up into the First Order area and of course more stormtroopers. I guess my comment about security's real tight around here, it's real tight. This is like the 4th and 5th stormtrooper I've seen. Just kind of waiting for Kylo Ren to pop up out of nowhere. Love turning this corner and just seeing the life-size replica of the Millennium Falcon. Right here at Onaka Transport Solutions. I'll tell you, the first time I turned the corner and saw this, was one of the coolest moments I've ever seen. I mean, even Onaka Transports, like Smuggler's Run is pretty cool, but after riding Rise of Resistance, I can definitely tell this is the little brother ride to Rise. I don't know what it is, but just walking through Galaxy's Edge just really feels like you're in the Star Wars universe, from the marketplace area with the little shops to where you can get the Bantu wraps, where you used to get Bantu wraps, but because of everything, they've been moved to Docking Bay 7. And all the all the noises and sounds just feels like you're in the middle of a Star Wars movie. Yeah, just did a quick little loop around just to see everything. It was kind of crowded. I mean, Millennium was kind of a long wait, but I mean, I kind of anticipate that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are waiting for Rise of Resistance. Plus, Smuggler's Run, you can either only do 2. You only do like 2 to possibly 4 people in every ship, so you can't fill every seat. So the line's a little bit longer because if you only have 4, you can't fill up the other 2 seats. So it doesn't really help it. So then back into Andy's backyard, head over to Toy Story Mania to do that really quickly before we head out for the day, considering we have done quite a lot, considering we did Animal Kingdom, and then we park hop over to Studios, which I love the fact that we can park hop back to Studios. So the fact that we can park hop in general again, because I loved park hopping so much, because it just makes so much use out of the day. Alright, time to do Toy Story Mania. One sad thing is I used to do this, I used to know how to really score really high. I think one time I've scored over 300,000 on this attraction, but because of not playing it for a long time and not playing it consistently, I have definitely fallen off the high score rank. I've always wanted to get best in day, but it takes a lot of practice and to know exactly what you're trying to do with the attraction. And especially a lot of the games. A lot of games are difficult to try to figure out. Ah! Dang it! $274,000. Wow. My arm hurts. Hey! Oh, I do have Best this hour. Hey! Look at Beth today. I'm still so far off. I'm 75,000 off.
Okay, yeah, kind of.
I have to figure out I gotta figure out the other ones, the other games. So I definitely think 274 is my best recent in the last year now. Because for a while I didn't come because of all the Rise of Resistance stuff and how busy it was getting here. But man, 274,000 is good, especially considering it was best this hour. My goal is still to try to get best this day. One day I'll try to get that. I've also talked to a bunch of people and they said that there's a guy or a couple of guys who come at the beginning of every month just to come do Toy Story Mania, get the high score, and then they leave, and they do that every month. So whoever, they know how to score big. I still kind of know how to score big, but it's the only 2 games I still don't know quite is the balloon one, which I've heard and I think I figured it out, and the very first one with the egg toss. So just got to figure that one out. Then maybe I can get maybe over 300,000. Well, we'll say it's definitely a lot less busy than when we first walked in. When we first walked in, it was just like it was shoulder to shoulder of people. But it's also that perspective when you look down a busy street, see a lot of people standing next to each other, it looks a lot busier. But when you get up to the side of it, everyone's socially distanced, everyone wearing their mask. But we'll say it was a very good day to come out to do DAC and Hollywood Studios, considering we got to do quite a lot actually. So we are going to stop off to guest relations really quick because we had some really good interactions today with a couple of cast members. Someone over at DAG, one of the custodial cast members we noticed was really trying hard to clean up some gum over by Expedition Everest, and it took them quite a while, and they took a lot of time to get it. Ended up not getting all of it, but they were trying their hardest to keep it clean. And then we were going to also then see someone here who took some pictures for us at Galaxy's Edge, who was an amazing at it. He really made it personalized. He really took time to help to give us some great pictures. We ended up getting some really, really good pictures. So if you have those good guest interactions, always stop by guest relations because it's a good thing for those cast members moving forward if they're trying to like get promotions or any sort of like raises. So we are going to go ahead and call it a day from our park hopping adventure to Animal Kingdom and to Hollywood Studios. Like I said, a really good day. It was busy, but wasn't that busy. It's busy for what we have to do, like everything that goes on and everything. But I mean, we got to do Expedition Everest. Didn't even have to wait for that. Did Kilimanjaro Safari. Even getting to see the new baby Rhino Ranger. So that was really cool to see that. Plus, a lot of active animals. Actually, even got to see the elephants up close. So that was even nice. Then we came over to Hollywood Studios, did Mickey and Minnie's. Always a good time. We walked around Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, got some good photos, and then ended up finishing off at Toy Story Mania. So, I mean, overall, just a really fun time. I just love the fact that park hopping is back, so you can really utilize your entire day. So with all that being said, as we do head up from a fantastic day out to Walt Disney World, we will see y'all next time.